Seiko has shocked Swiss watch brands so many times by doing things they thought were impossible, like making better watches for less money. The Swiss brands got really scared when Seiko kept inventing new technology, offering better value, and proving that Japanese watches could be just as good or even better than expensive Swiss ones. We're going to learn about 10 times when Seiko did something so amazing that Swiss watch companies freaked out and didn't know what to do. From inventing new technology to beating Swiss watches in competitions to making affordable watches with luxury quality, Seiko proved that Switzerland doesn't own watchmaking anymore. These moves changed the watch world forever and made Swiss brands realize they had serious competition from Japan that they couldn't ignore or stop. Number 10. Seiko introducing Quartz crisis, 1969. In 1969, Seiko invented the first quartz watch called Astron that changed the entire watch world forever and almost destroyed Swiss watchmaking completely. Quartz watches use batteries and electronics to keep perfect time, which is way more accurate than mechanical watches with gears and springs inside. Swiss brands had spent hundreds of years making mechanical watches, and suddenly Seiko's cheap quartz watches kept better time for way less money. That was shocking. The quartz watches were so accurate they only lost a few seconds per month, while expensive Swiss mechanical watches lost several seconds every single day. Swiss watch companies panicked because suddenly their expensive watches weren't the most accurate anymore, and cheap Japanese watches worked better for normal people. Thousands of Swiss watchmakers lost their jobs because nobody wanted to buy expensive mechanical watches when cheap quartz was more accurate and reliable. Kids can understand this, like when smartphones made regular cameras almost useless. Suddenly, the old technology wasn't needed anymore because something better existed. Seiko basically said, your expensive mechanical watches aren't that special anymore. Number 9. Seiko 5 Sports Affordable Automatic Movement. Seiko shocked Swiss brands by making the Seiko 5 Sports with automatic mechanical movement for only $300 when Swiss automatic watches cost $3,000 or more. Swiss brands always said automatic mechanical watches had to be expensive because they're complicated to make, but Seiko proved that was just a lie. The Seiko 5 uses reliable automatic movement that winds itself when you wear it, exactly like expensive Swiss watches, but costs 10 times less. Swiss brands couldn't believe Seiko could make automatic watches this cheap and still have them work perfectly for many years without breaking down. The watches come in tons of cool colors and designs, showing that affordable doesn't have to mean boring or ugly like Swiss brands always claimed. Seiko made automatic mechanical watches available to normal people like students and young workers, not just rich people buying luxury Swiss brands. Kids understand this like when a toy company makes the same fun toy for $10 that another company charges $100 for. That's just smarter. Number 8. Seiko Prospex Professional Specifications at Budget Prices. Seiko Prospex watches shocked Swiss brands by offering real professional diving and sports specifications for $400 or $1,000 instead of $5,000, $10,000 that Swiss brands charged. The Prospex dive watches have 200-meter water resistance with ISO certification, which means they meet official international safety standards for professional diving equipment. Swiss brands always charged luxury prices for ISO-certified dive watches, claiming the certification was expensive, but Seiko proved that was just greedy pricing. Seiko gave regular people access to real professional diving watches that could handle serious underwater work, not just fake sport watches for fashion. The watches had features like rotating bezels, high water resistance, and tough construction that actually worked for real diving and outdoor adventures. Swiss luxury dive watch owners felt silly spending $8,000 on Omega Seamasters when Seiko Prospex could do the same diving for $500 total. Number 7. Spring Drive Technology Invention. Seiko invented spring drive technology that combines mechanical watch with electronic accuracy, creating something Swiss brands tried to copy but couldn't figure out how. Spring drive makes the second hand glide perfectly smooth like flowing water instead of ticking, which looks absolutely magical and mesmerizing to watch. The technology gives mechanical watch accuracy of 1 second per day, which is 8 times better than the best Swiss chronometer watches can achieve. Swiss brands were shocked because Seiko invented completely new watch technology while Swiss just kept using old designs from 50 years ago. The watches have mechanical movement inside, with gears and springs, but electronic regulation for accuracy. It's like getting the best of both worlds combined. Swiss watch experts examined spring drive and admitted they couldn't recreate it, even though they tried really hard to copy Seiko's technology and innovation. Kids can think of this like inventing a completely new way to make pizza that tastes better than traditional methods. It's game-changing innovation. Swiss brands got embarrassed because they always claimed they were the technology leaders, but Seiko proved Japan could invent things Switzerland couldn't match. Number 6. Grand Seiko Independent Brand Elevation. Seiko shocked Swiss luxury brands by making Grand Seiko a separate independent brand competing directly against Rolex, Omega, and other expensive Swiss watches. Swiss brands always thought Japanese watches were just cheap alternatives, but Grand Seiko proved Japanese watchmaking could match or beat Swiss luxury quality. Grand Seiko watches have finishing quality, movement decoration, and case polishing that honestly rivals or exceeds Swiss luxury brands costing the same money. Swiss watch owners examined Grand Seiko closely and couldn't believe the quality was this good from a Japanese brand they thought made only affordable watches. The move was shocking because Seiko basically said, "We're not just affordable watches anymore, we're competing for luxury market now," directly challenging Swiss dominance. Grand Seiko started winning awards and getting praised by watch experts worldwide, proving that luxury quality doesn't require Swiss heritage or manufacturing location. Kids understand this like when a budget restaurant suddenly starts making fancy, expensive meals that taste as good as high-end restaurants. Everyone's shocked. Number 5. Seiko Presage bringing enamel dials to affordable watches. Seiko Presage shocked Swiss brands by offering real enamel dials on watches costing $2,000, $3,000 when Swiss enamel watches cost $10,000, $20,000 or more. Enamel dials are super hard to make because artisans must fire them multiple times in ovens, and one mistake ruins the whole dial completely. Swiss brands always said enamel dials had to be expensive because of the difficulty, but Seiko proved they could make them affordably anyway. The Presage enamel watches have beautiful glossy dials with depth and luster that looks exactly like expensive Swiss enamel watches costing 5 times more. Swiss luxury watch owners felt embarrassed when people complimented their expensive enamel watch, and someone else had similar beauty from affordable Seiko Presage. Seiko brought artisanal dial craftsmanship to normal people who couldn't afford $15,000 Swiss watches, but still wanted beautiful enamel dial aesthetics. Kids can understand this like getting real fancy artwork for affordable prices instead of expensive gallery pieces that look basically the same visually. Number 4. King Seiko Revival, challenging Grand Seiko pricing. Seiko shocked everyone by reviving King Seiko brand at $2,000, $3,000 pricing, creating a middle tier between regular Seiko and expensive Grand Seiko watches. King Seiko has really nice finishing, good movements, and quality that's way better than the affordable price suggests when you examine carefully. Swiss brands were confused because Seiko created 3 different quality levels, Seiko, King Seiko, Grand Seiko, while Swiss brands struggled with just 2 tiers. The King Seiko watches have near Grand Seiko finishing quality at prices significantly below entry-level Grand Seiko, offering incredible value for buyers seeking quality. Swiss brands don't want watches competing with their own more expensive offerings, but Seiko showed confidence by creating competition within their own lineup. The move was genius because it gave buyers options at different prices while all staying within Seiko's family of brands and quality standards. Kids understand this like having good, better, and best versions of the same toy, so everyone can afford something that fits their budget. Number 3. Seiko LX line luxury sports watches. Seiko LX line shocked Swiss brands by combining spring drive technology with titanium construction and luxury finishing at $5,000 to $8,000 instead of $15,000. Swiss alternatives. The LX watches have professional specifications like 600-meter water resistance for serious diving, titanium construction for lightweight comfort, and spring drive for perfect accuracy. Swiss luxury sports watches like Omega Planet Ocean cost $9,000, $12,000 with inferior mechanical movements that lose seconds daily and require expensive servicing. Seiko basically said, here's better technology, better materials, and professional specs for less money than Swiss brands charge, which shocked luxury watch world. The LX line proved that luxury sports watches don't require Swiss premiums when Japanese manufacturing could deliver equal or superior quality for honest prices. Swiss brands panicked because LX watches offered better specifications and newer technology while costing significantly less than comparable Swiss luxury sports watches. Kids can understand this like getting a fancier gaming console with better graphics for less money than older expensive consoles. That's obviously better value. Number 2. Grand Seiko Zaratsu polishing exceeding Swiss standards. Grand Seiko shocked Swiss luxury brands by developing Zaratsu polishing that creates better mirror finishes than Swiss polishing techniques used for decades. Zaratsu polishing makes surfaces look like perfect liquid mirrors without any distortion or waves, which is honestly better than finishing on many expensive Swiss watches. Swiss brands always claimed they had the best finishing in watchmaking, but Grand Seiko proved Japanese artisans could match or exceed Swiss quality. Watch experts examined Grand Seiko cases under magnification and admitted the Zaratsu polishing was flawless, sometimes even better than Swiss luxury finishing techniques. The polishing is done by hand by skilled artisans who train for years, just like Swiss watchmakers, proving Japanese craftsmanship equals Swiss standards. Grand Seiko charges $5,000, $10,000 for this finishing quality, while Swiss brands charge $15,000, $25,000 for comparable or sometimes inferior case polishing work. Kids can understand this, like having an artist who paints better pictures for less money than famous expensive artists charging premium prices. Number 1. Seiko winning Chronometer, competitions against Swiss. The biggest shock was when Seiko watches won chronometer competitions against Swiss brands in the 1960s, proving Japanese accuracy matched or beat Swiss precision. Swiss brands ran competitions to show how accurate their watches were, but then Seiko entered and started winning, which embarrassed Switzerland completely. The competitions tested watch accuracy in different positions and temperatures, and Seiko's watches performed better than expensive Swiss chronometer watches in official testing. Swiss watch industry was so embarrassed that they basically stopped having open competitions because they didn't want Seiko beating them anymore publicly. This was shocking because Swiss brands had always claimed they made the most accurate watches in the world, but Seiko proved that was just marketing. The victories proved that Japanese watchmaking had caught up to and even surpassed Swiss watchmaking in terms of precision and quality of movements. Kids can understand this, like winning a race against someone who always brags about being the fastest. It proves they're not actually the best. Swiss brands tried dismissing the results and making excuses, but the truth was clear. Seiko had beaten them fair and square in testing,